So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know
Yeah,
you've
thanks for
got
having me on.
yeah, anytime. You've got a big fight coming up. I want to know, this is the first Bellator headliner for you, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So is there kind of pressure going in, or does it feel different yet? I know that most of the headlining stuff's going to be fight week, but how does this fight camp kind of feel different?
I mean, it's a 5 round fight, but besides that, it's once you get in there, it's the same thing. You're just competing. You got to do your job. So, but it's exciting, to be the main event and to headline a show that everyone's waiting to watch you.
Again, you mentioned the 5 rounds. I believe I read that it's the first time there's been a non-title fight and a non-Grand Prix fight at 5 rounds.
Yeah,
That's
so me and Gracie will be the first ones in Bellator's history.
so was that something that you guys kind of wanted, or one of you wanted, or Bellator wanted, or why is it that you guys are 5 rounds? Is that going to be something new going forward, or?
Yeah, this was the first. I don't know, what are we? February. I think they were going to wait until February, so people had enough time for camps. Everyone else, the fights are already scheduled and too close to change it, and so Bellator from now on will main events that are non-title fights will be and title fights obviously will be 5 rounds.
So how does that change how you prepare for this fight, or does it?
I think you just do some extra rounds. You do, I guess not your game plan, but kind of the pacing of the fight will be different. If it does go a full 25 minutes, those 10 minutes make a lot of difference. That's a long time after, compared to the 15 minutes. So we just changed some minor details. I mean, it's nothing crazy, and added the extra rounds and make sure that your body's ready to go do it.
Is this the first time that you'll be doing a 5 round fight?
Yeah, this will be my first one.
So are you excited to kind of get like that championship practice without something crazy being on the line?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is what you fight for, is to fight for the title next. If hopefully that is next, but you need that practice and that feel of being in a live competition compared to just practice.
Right. So what can you tell me about your opponent? What do you think of him?
I know he's tricky on the ground. He's one of the best BJJ guys around, obviously the family name. But I think at the same time, I know where I'm good, and I know I can push the pace and get to my areas that I'm really good at. So I just know you have to be focused for all 25 minutes. I have to stay sharp, and good things will happen if I do those things.
So do you think that there's a little bit of, I mean, obviously there's hype, but do you believe that the hype is warranted for pretty much anybody that has the Gracie name? They have that kind of like aura around them. Or do you feel like, he's just another guy, he just happens to have the same last name? Do you feel like people play into that a little bit too much?
I mean, obviously he grew up with that. He grew up around the best BJJ guys in the world, and so he has that background. I also grew up, wrestling with some of the best guys in the world, and went to the University of Minnesota and competed at the highest level in the country and have wrestled overseas. So I know what it's like to compete against the best guys in the world in a different sport, just like he is. But no, I mean, there's no disrespect, it's not his choice, that's his last name, but he is very good. Now obviously there's going to be other people in the family that aren't, to that level. So, but no, I respect his background and what he's accomplished.
And I want to bring up Killcliff because you're wearing the shirt and it reminds me, there's Killcliff has like a message behind it and a kind of a meaning to it. And I'm wondering if that's kind of why you like being a part of it.
For me, it was, they started, backing MMA, and they were former Navy SEALs, guys who, have defended this country. And that, to me, that means a lot. My uncle and friends that have served. But they're awesome guys, really, is what it comes down to. It's just a great company. I went and saw the headquarters, and the fact that they're a major company and they're giving back to the sport of MMA. There's a lot of companies that, obviously maybe help one guy or something like that. But Killcliff has done a lot for us at Sanford and a lot of other fighters, and they really want to see the sport grow. And to me, and to, I guess, fans, really, I think you should look at that and see, the money that they put in, the time, the effort, in order to help us fighters, you know, and in a time when, you know, sponsorships and things like that are always changing and we never know the new rules, you know, Killcliff has been there for us. So I don't know, to me that's really, you know, drives it home, is the kind of people they truly are. They don't just talk about it. They've actually, you know, they've had real actions and helped take care of us, and what they've done for our country, you know, really means a lot to me.
And I've got just one more question for you. Do you have a prediction for the fight, or are you one of those that kind of likes to keep it close to the vest?
I mean, I think if I go in there and stay focused, get to my spots, that I see myself dominating this fight. Now, granted, I know it's going to be a close fight, but I think if I'll start pulling away in later rounds, and so for me, it's just it's go out there and get the W. You know, let my hands go, make it an exciting fight, but at the end of the day, you want to come home with the victory.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Have a good day.
See ya.